All right, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of Barbiethon 2026. We are kicking off today with one of the most anticipated events of the stream this year. It is going to be the Barbie Horse Trails Any Percent Madness bracket is what I meant to say there. I was reading the screen. As you can see here, though, we do have a Barch Madness bracket ready for all of you to enjoy. And the important thing to keep in mind here is that we are going to be getting started with an explanatory full game run that goes from the very start to the very finish of the game, rather than following our shortened tournament format, performed by the one and only pinksmores, whose name you see here on the bracket. So their time will still be important. That's going to see whether or not she qualifies to round 2 by being one of the fastest 4 winners. But this will be our format, and this is not the last you'll see of our Barch Madness bracket. If you'd like to fill out a Barch Madness bracket of your own as the day progresses, then you can get it from our Blue Sky. It's not there yet, but within the next few minutes here, we will be posting it on there in a blank format for you guys to print out, download, whatever you want, fill out, and enjoy. But right now, we're going to take a couple more minutes here to get set up, and we will be right back to you very soon with S'mores' run and some wonderful commentary to get you guys hype about horse trails and how it works. See you soon. I'm going to transition it now, and we're going to be live on the stream when I start talking to the stream.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, everybody, we are ready to get it moving with the first round of the Horse Trails tournament. But you might be saying, this doesn't look like a race. This doesn't look like a tournament. This is just Pink S'mores. And that's because Pink S'mores is awesome. That's actually not why. The reason is that we had some last minute schedule changes with the tournament. So S'mores is going to do a full run instead of a shortened tournament size run to show you guys the game, give me and Kay and S'mores an opportunity to explain the route and the route differences that you might see today between our runners. And then this time will be their potential qualifier for round 2 of the tournament. So it is still important to the competition. But whenever you're ready, S'mores, we can get it started.
Yeah, let's get into it. You'll probably see why we're going to be doing a shortened round later on, because there is a almost 6-minute long tutorial section which will not subject the rest of our participants in going through, but we get to customize our horse a little bit, which is cool. Everyone else is going to have some pre-made like horses and stuff, so that'll be cool. Yes. So that'll be cool. Excited for 6 minutes of Ranger Quinn? Hell yeah. We love Ranger Quinn and her like $2 microphone from like, you know, Walmart or whatever. So
AirPods are my favorite runner in the Barbie Horse Trails raid.
Ranger Quinn's What do you call it? Sony WF5s, you know, for like $3.
There we go.
We did it. Yeah, we're doing tutorial as well.
To load.
She takes a minute, hey. She does.
That's funny.
Yeah. No, that's chill. The background music is very nice though.
It is. Alex in the chat asked, is this doing tutorial? And the answer is going to be yes. So this first run will be with the tutorial, so we have a chance to explain everything about the game, and then we're going to, pick it up later on. S'mores, before we get started, I also got a message from a chat member saying that I'm a little quiet, so maybe the Discord is a little quiet. I'm not sure.
It is a little low on my end. Let me turn her up a little bit.
Yeah, if you can bump it up before we get started.
Bump it up. You got to bump it up.
Oh.
Alright, there we go. I'm a little louder, obviously, on mine, but then, yeah, you guys are in the yellow now, so that should be cool. Alright.
Cool, yeah, that's what we're shooting for.
Perfect. You ready to go?
I think we are. Just count us in on time when you're ready, and I will get the timer running.
Yeah, alright. So time is gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, I had to watch for the Twitch delay to start the timer.
That's chill.
So there we go.
We'd love the mashing segments. There's a lot of that in the tutorial. Another good reason to skip it for our runners.
What's the story I want to tell?
And this is actually some tech. The camera does not matter at all for your movement itself. You can just look wherever.
Yeah, so we're going to be basically at the start here. The premise of this game is that
I'll fly her down
you are
and let her know that you're
in
gearing
the
up.
Canterbury Trails
Have fun,
State
girls!
Park in
Thanks,
California.
Dad. We'll see you
And
later.
Barbie and Barbie,
Bye, Mr. Roberts.
our
Lady
soon-to-be
Carson,
junior rangers
can we
in
go see
training,
Tornado and Pepper?
are going to be helping out Lady Carson and the other members of the park staff with getting it ready for
That's right.
opening to the public.
Nicely
And
done.
so what
Follow
we've got to
me
do
to the
is
trail.
we've got to learn how to ride a horse, learn how to take a look at the park, and help them do
How's
things
everyone
to
feeling?
get up and get ready.
This is great.
But of
It's
course,
all
that
starting to
means
come back to
5
me
and
now.
almost
You
really
said it.
6
I
minutes
can't
of
wait to really
riding
get
very
moving.
slowly on the horse.
But you know, we
Not
love
to
seeing
worry,
Pepper.
dears.
We
Once
couldn't
we're
miss
on the
that.
trail itself,
We love Pepper and Tornado in this house. I do want to interject. First, Strat has already kind of, we've seen some cool stuff already. First, obviously, with a lot of the quest triggers, they're based on these sort of invisible force fields, which you can't see in the game, of course, but when you pass a certain area, they'll like trigger the quest dialogue. So when we're going through the fence and when we're going to see the horses in particular as well, note how we didn't have to run directly to the horses. We were able to take a sharp left at the fence, and then we were still able to trigger the rest of the quest dialogue. So we call it the biddies go left strat or whatever it's called. So
Biddy's back left.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah.
BL, you know. We've got the
Yeah.
BL right at the beginning of the run. Something else you're going to see during this tutorial, since it is almost kind of like an auto-scroller, if you want to think about it that way, in
next
like a
level even for
platformer
me.
context.
And I've
What we're
lived
going to be
here most of
doing
my
is
life.
snaking between
Gorgeous,
some of these
right?
trees to try
This
and just
is
get
one
a
of the
tighter,
many
more
scenic
efficient
spots
line
that you
towards
can
the
explore
eventual
here in the
goal.
park.
Since we can't do
That's
anything
not
about
all
our
we have on
speed or
offer.
really
Ranger
like,
Quinn
you
is
know,
right.
cut off any
This
of the
park
actual
is home to
content
many
of this.
types of wildlife,
We're
just
going
waiting
to
to be
cutting
spotted.
things short.
Quite a
This
few
is
creatures
called
should be
the-
out and about now.
oh, we missed the cave
Diver
rock.
tree.
Some of them.
Cave diver rock one.
Cave diver, yeah.
To be fair, it saves maybe like not too much time, but it's just a swag move. But we'll try and get the second one if we can, so that's fine.
Good, good. The second one's the more swaggy one anyway.
Yeah.
Because the game's going to do an automatic camera change here once you enter a trigger. And we're going to fight that camera change and squeeze between this one here. It's much easier. It also...
See it. Nicely spotted. You've got a
symbols
keen
here.
eye.
Okay. That's okay.
Bit of time loss, but that's cool.
That's alright. That's alright.
But that does kind of show perfectly the hitboxes on some of these objects and how it can
Ready to pick up the
pause
pace
your
a
horse
little
in
more?
its tracks.
Try
Mm.
galloping.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
So, you know, there will be...
Over there.
there will
Good
be
catch.
some more
Clever
opportunities
sighting.
to
Well done.
fight against the auto steering that the game implements there,
Ooh,
and
look at
try
that.
to
Oh,
you
it's
know.
gorgeous.
go where you want to go. Sorry, I'm losing my words. I'm very tired.
I mean, it's very early for you, hey?
Yeah.
Stop. Over there, look. Goodness. What do
Some
you
quick
see?
pre-positioning before
Horses.
this dialogue.
Heard of them. Okay, giddy up. Yay!
We love that cutscene where they're on horseback. It always looks like that in this speedrun. They're just running full force toward you.
Yeah.
So, as far as the general route of this game,
Okay,
do you guys
giddy
want to
up.
explain the difference between the route we're going to see in this
Alright.
run
Are
and
there a lot
maybe
of
what
other trails in the park
will
we should
see
check
with
out
some
while
of our
we're
other
working on the
runners
packet?
later on?
There are quite a few,
Um,
but you can ride
I mean,
wherever
I'm
you
okay to
like.
explain some of the differences.
There are also
if
some
that's alright
trails
for you.
Yeah, go for it.
out, but haven't officially
Alright,
marked
so
yet
in the
because
general route
everyone's just
now,
so
we
busy.
take photos of
Is there
different
anything we
objects.
can do? I
In
know
the
we're not
Cold
rangers
Visions
or
route,
anything,
which
but
is the
we're
more
happy to
default
help
thing,
anywhere we can.
you
We may
only
not be
skip
rangers,
Stella 2,
but
and
if
you do
ranger
every other
enemies
side quest
makes
that was
you
in the
junior
Heritage
rangers in
route,
training,
which means
you'd be
nothing
able
if you
to
don't know
help
the
out with
Heritage
official
route, but
tasks.
you do
What
just
do you
a bunch
think?
of side quests.
Really?
In
can
our
become
route called
junior
Stella
rangers?
Heavily Ignored today,
way.
we'll just call it Stella Ignored
I
today.
love the sound of that.
we end up
Cheerleaders,
skipping Stella
Barbie
1
Barbie
and
report
Stella
for
2,
you.
It
which
sure does have
obviously
a nice
means
ring
you have to
to
take
it.
more
I'll
photos to
radio
make up
Ranger
for
in.
that time lost, because photos give you points,
We're
which
right
you need
behind
to
you.
beat the game. So, in this run today, we're actually going to see a bunch of different park locations and animals and just different things to make up for that loss. And you will
Use the
see our other
shampoo and
competitors
curry cook.
do less of that in their run, but
Give
S'mores will
Peppa
still
a
have
new
a
look at the
competitive,
hitchy.
viable time, because
Pick
the
something
rounds
to
are
feed
about
Peppa.
similar in length, at least to our current understanding.
So I have a couple things I want to butt in with here. That was a very good explanation. One, I at some point typed a question mark and now I have ended the timer. That's not
perfect.
great.
Mine's still going. We're good. We're good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, weuld use your timer. I'm just gonna start this timer for the aesthetic of the whole thing, but
I
it
should
will not be
rotate
accurate,
the saddle
unfortunately.
blankets.
Also, S'mores, I have been informed that our voices are a little too quiet for the viewers on stream. So I'm wondering if, like, at the next break, you might have a moment to, like, pause, and then we'll take that time out of your time for the purpose of competition, so we can change the audio around.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate your flexibility. So the next time you have a moment, just pause the game and do that, and we'll take it out of your time.
Cool.
But yes, so as far as what we're doing right now, we are going to be going to Mr. Roberts for the quest that teaches us how to use the camera. So in this case, we're going to be seeing some tech here. I mean, I'm assuming you do it, where we pre-turn the camera as we walk up to Mr. Roberts, and it's going to get the game camera in a better position to aim the in-universe camera at what we need to take a photo of, which in this case will be the other Barbie, Brooklyn, for this run.
Cool.
Her
We're just gonna
dancer
quickly
and-
pause time now, just to quickly fix our tech. I'll turn myself down a little bit as
Mhm.
well.
Yes.
Yeah, turn yourself
Da-da-da-da.
down, turn us up, and we should be a little bit better off.
Yes.
Let me make sure I can
Yeah,
see
Should be
chat.
good.
At max on my end.
All right, we're gonna restart time in 3, 2, 1 now. Perfect.
And that's
Ooh, and we got the
Okay.
lucky rabbit, which is
Wonder
really
what
good
makes
luck
the
for
lake a
S'mores
go-to
here.
destination.
Yes, so that
Think it'll be a
desert
good place to
cottontail
check out?
is worth, what is it, 10 points or 15? 10?
It's worth 10 points, and Dancer is worth 5. So it gets you 15 total if you get that.
Yeah, so if you get Barbie, Dancer, and the Desert Cottontail all in a photo there, which the Desert Cottontail is random, whether it will be in the frame or not, you are taking that photo anyway for the purposes of the story
I wish I
quest, so
could
it's
stay here
unavoidable.
forever.
But taking the photo with the Desert Cottontail included gets you those extra points, which allows you to change how you do your photo routing for the rest
This
of the game.
has to be the
And this is
place.
really one of the
There's the
beautiful
lake.
things of the Cold
It's
Vision
so
route and
beautiful,
the Stella
I've
Ignite
got to
Today
get a
route and
closer
all the
look.
variations therein that everybody's
Everything
come
all
up with in the last
nice
few
and
weeks.
lined up
It
in
really
the
adds a lot of flexibility and kind of a dynamic property to how you move through the game. And in my opinion, as
here we
a top
go.
level runner of this game, like you guys, I feel like it's been really fun to have this kind of variability between attempts.
I think it's been really beautiful, especially because we're still learning so much about the game at this current moment. So, like, everything is still very much up in the air. Everyone's run will be a little bit different today, which is incredible.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool, and this is one reason why we wanted to take this first run as an opportunity to explain to all of you wonderful people in the chat how this game works, because it is complicated, and I'm hoping that this will give you a better appreciation for what you see from our runners today.
Ooh, coming up, we're doing a new trick we have learned from Alhexadecimal called the decimal. We have lots of these in the run.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's like
do you
3
have
decimals,
something to
but
show
this
me?
one, isn't happening, okay.
Yeah, I have not had a chance to practice the super pet strat yet, but maybe some of our other runners might utilize the strat, so we'll see.
Yeah,
so
I'll
fair.
definitely be doing it in my run. So right there, what you can do, and it isn't required, it doesn't really change too much about the time save in the run, but what you can do there is you can do a super pet when the action menu button that you see in the bottom right there with E is lit up with a star. It means that you can super pet Lucky, and that gives you a little bit of horse bond.
Do you have
We're
something
going
to
be
show
looking
me?
at horse bond right there in the spotlight in just about a minute here when we get to the general store.
Lucky,
So do
are
one of
you
you guys want
excited
to
to check
explain
out
the
more
idea
of Loop and
behind
Down?
horse bond and the general store and what we're going to be doing?
Yes. So
Okay,
the
here
higher
we go.
level your horse bond is with Lucky, the faster Lucky runs. So obviously the first thing we want to do is to get Lucky leveled up. What's the best way to care for your horse? Does anyone know in this call how to care for your horse?
I think you might
We're
want to
off
like
to a
brush
great
them
start.
and pet them and be nice to them and do things that are normal and realistic.
How are you so
Or
unknowledgeable?
We did it!
you could
That's
just
really
force feed them
wrong.
about 50 or 60 apples. Maybe.
That sounds better, S'mores. You're so correct, and we are going to do that immediately. We're going to buy
keep
so
that in
many
mind
apples.
when I become a veterinarian.
Yes, yes, yes. Do this
Let's
as
get
your
going.
job. To every animal, does not matter. They like it.
They like it. So what we're gonna see here is S'mores is gonna get onto these stairs with Lucky, set up
Where should we
facing
go
right.
next?
That'll be important later. Go up to the, or go down to the bottom of the stairs here. Take a picture of 2 landmarks, the Babbling Brook
This
and the
is
Manzanita
so
Waterfall.
cool.
You'll see those photos go a little differently for different runners. Everybody's got a different strat, but those are important for points for the route. And then it's feeding time. We are just shoving apples into Lucky's mouth. S'mores actually drew a wonderful picture representing this portion of the game that I did repost on the Barbiethon Blue Sky account. So if you go to @barbie.horse, you can go see our artistic rendition of this. But basically, what this achieves is getting Lucky from horse spawn level 2, where you have no benefits to your movement or stamina, all the way to horse spawn level 11, which in the game is just shown as max level with a yellow bar. And being at max level gives you the highest horse sprinting speed, the longest lasting horse sprint stamina, and the ability to jump over fences, all of which are going to be very important
nice
for
to
the run.
reconnect with nature out here.
As we wrap up the general store there, you saw a couple things really quickly.
Let's rock.
S'mores went back to the shop to buy the almond butter. That'll be important for a side quest later that we need to get progress for the end of the game. And then they immediately got on Lucky and during the mounting animation teleported with our
Let's get
newfound
going.
fast travel ability to the general store. And you might think,
Oh,
we're already
do
at the
you have
general
something
store.
to show
What are
me?
you doing?
I think
Time
we're
loss.
about
But it's not
halfway
time
there.
loss, it's actually time saved. And that is also the decimal. We have multiple
Yay,
decimals.
we did it!
And the decimal teleport basically just
We did
gets you
it!
to outside the general store
We
faster than
did
if you had to
it.
walk
The
off
trail's
the stairs
officially
slowly.
marked.
So
Great
that's why we
teamwork,
set up
Lucky.
facing right, is that that's the direction we need to go after.
Oh, do
And now we return to Ranger Annalise. We mostly do story quests in the game, but we are constantly working on our side quest completion, so at the end we
do
can
you have
finish
something to
everything
show me?
off all in a depot. And here we're collecting our first side quest actually, Dr. Green. We love her.
Yes, so even though we've already gotten the almond butter as progress for a side quest we haven't yet been
do you
assigned,
have something-
that we really won't get to until the end of the
If we
game.
take this route,
Dr. Green
this
and
will
Letty,
take
they're
us
both
to the
assigned us
Fern
quests where
Brush
we have to
Grove
go elsewhere on the
campsite.
map
Right,
and do
Lucky?
something. Dr. Green wants us to pick up leaf samples from the Fern Brush Grove, and Letty wants us to visit a few campsites in Fern Brush Grove and Manzanita Bluffs. And we can't really do that until we've talked to them, so we use this opportunity to talk to them
I'm
on
so
our way to
excited.
Dr. Potts,
I
the
think
park
we'll find something
archaeologist.
pretty special out there.
Yes, that's correct. And we'll see one more side quest progress
Oh, do
coming
you have
up
something to
soon.
show me?
But we only do 4 people's side quests, if I'm remembering correctly.
Or
Or actually 5 in the normal run, but 4 for Stella ignored. No
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to be running up here to Manzanita Bluffs. You'll see S'mores pass by a pink sign on the left. Those pink signs are how you register a teleport point, so it's very important that we run past them if we're going to be going back to a location
Here
later.
we are.
Because teleporting is
This is gonna be
always
such
faster
a
than
cool
running,
place to
even when you're
explore
going like 10
Brooklyn.
feet.
We
as
did
saw at the
it.
general
We
store.
found something.
So we really want to be
I wonder what
teleporting
it
as much
is.
as possible. The map is just so quick.
All right, come on.
And this is our first, I can't think of the word. We do 3 mini
Artifact?
games like this. Yes, this is our first artifact.
Yes, this is our first artifact. Actually,
And that's the end of our first artifact.
I have
Yes.
never seen that
Let's
route.
get
That
going.
is so cool. So those mini games you might have seen there, you have to
Okay,
assemble
giddy up.
a 3-dimensional shape using the pre-made pieces,
Oh.
but they are the same every time, so we can create a route in our heads to,
Let's
figure
get
out
going.
the best way to do it.
And that was actually, we ended a story quest there.
Oh,
We
do
got
you
a
have
picture
something to show
of
me?
the green Anole lizard early, and we were able just to turn it in immediately. We pre-did that quest, essentially.
Here we go. Off we
And
go.
now we're in a horse race, and we are going to absolutely crush this unmanned horse. And we're going to win.
Hey, whoa.
Rest in peace to that horse.
Over here.
Oh man, okay, I'm so sorry, I'm so
Who even
sorry.
is that horse? Is that like Tornado?
I think
I believe
it's
it's Tornado or Pepper.
yeah, I think it's Peppa, or it could just be some unnamed second horse.
Just
Wherever
like
they are,
the
that-
horse in the stables samples that you can click on, but it has no options.
Gorgeous.
Oh no.
Major time loss, y'all.
No!
Here
Ah!
It's fine.
We're chill,
Alright,
we're
so
chill.
in the horse race here, there's 2 laps as you can see, and what we're going to be doing is you'll see on the left side of the screen that we have a lightning bolt and a galloping horse icon. I don't know if this has already been explained, I don't think so, but those icons represent a boost timer, and you'll see they tick down until the circle disappears.
We're doing
That is gained from feeding different types of food. So, the lightning bolt represents a stamina boost, and we only in this route have that until the middle of this race. But the horse boost, represented by the galloping horse icon, which just disappeared, increases your speed. And that one is awesome and is achieved by apples, which we just fed like 50 or 60 of. So what we do there is we do the whole first lap and a half of the 2-lap race with our boosts intact so we can save more time. And then in the second lap we divert from the path because we're so far ahead of Jeremy Horseradish, which is apparently their name, according to the chat. And we grab the samples off to the side because we are in for Bread Road, and that's where Dr. Green wants us to go to find her leaves. So it all ties together.
And that's really beautiful. I also just want to say it. We actually know the exact numbers. The speed boost, when you have those things, is 1.1, and the stamina boost is 1.3. We have that
So they are
forbidden
very
knowledge.
significant modifiers. I mean, that
Yes.
doesn't sound like a huge change, but it really adds up when we're doing
really
the
exciting
It
You'll
truly
see there
does.
quickly
Uncover
that
ancient
S'mores
mysteries,
fed
and
the
it's
horse
so
an
fun
apple,
to
and
share
that is
them
to
with
get
you,
that horse
Lucky.
boost back, because it is very important to maintain as much of the run as possible. The only time you're going to see us not have boost is when we're in the middle of something while the boost runs out, such as the horse race, or when we are doing teleporting and dialogue with characters where we don't need to be running yet. You may see S'mores or potentially other runners delay feeding the horse because there's no point in having the timer start when we're not going to immediately be using it
Oh,
for
do you
it.
have something to show me?
And there, S'mores literally just picked up a sticker. You may have missed it. It was the
Oh,
glowing
do you
icon
have
box
something
to
to
our
show
right.
me?
And we only need one more now for Teresa's quest.
So
And then we're gonna come up to...
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Teresa will ask us about the stickers later on. Here we're coming to our variation of the Cold Vision strat. We're gonna go here, take our photos of... Couple, there's a deer down there. We're gonna take some photos of some of the sequoia fireflies, the waterfall, and because we teleported to 1 p.m. earlier, some other runners you may notice they'll just teleport until 11, but that allows us to get the picture of the sunfall in that Sequoia Valley area as well, which is sort of the main variation of this strat that I'm doing here, so...
Yes,
Yeah, this
those
route
photos.
seems to-
Yes, those photo spots give us 50 points on its own, which makes skipping Stella far, far easier for us. It's very
Let's
worth
get
it.
going.
There we go.
And for context, Stella is worth 75 normally, so that gets us most of the way there.
Yep. And skipping Stella has the benefit of not
Okay,
having to
here
play
we
her
go.
minigame. You will see it in other runners' routes later on today. For example,
get
my
going.
route is the standard Cold Vision route, and I do the first Stella minigame, but
do
not
you
the
have
second.
something to
That's
show
what
me?
Cold Vision skips. But the Stella minigame is pretty quick as far as minigames go, but
Yeah.
you know, if you can just
I
take
love
photos
this
when you're
trail.
elsewhere in the game already.
Want to leave anything up?
So, right here we're doing Backpack Quest. It's called Backpack Quest because
Weird.
it's a quest
I don't
where
see
you
my
grab the
dad's
items from the
backpack here.
backpack. I love creativity. And Mr. Roberts is Barbie's dad, who left all of his stuff on the trail because he's clumsy, I guess. So S'mores is grabbing all of it here.
Glad my dad left his stuff
Hopefully
out
we won't
here.
see any runners
I'm
miss any
loving
of the items
exploring
today.
the park
They are
with you,
deceptively
Lucky.
hard to actually click on.
Yeah, taking it very safe, especially considering my technical issues on my end as well with streaming this game, so, you know,
definitely around
secures
here.
them, yeah, and doesn't lose too much time.
We have a great GIF in the Barbiethon Discord, which we might post to the Blue Sky at some point, of Sharif playing this game and sitting on a bench 7 times in a row trying to complete backpack quests.
I do recall that. Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's
it's truly
incredible.
phenomenal. But as we return this to
go,
Mr. Roberts,
Lucky.
we're going to go to potentially one of the most pivotal points in the photo
Okay,
routes,
here we
which is
go.
the quest website picks. So Kay, do you want to explain why website picks is important and what we do here that's different than normal?
Sure. So when rerouting the game, we were looking at spots in the run where we had to take photos already. And website picks was pretty underutilized before this. So we just had the camera be stationary and we took 9 photos of horses. But we noticed if you turned the camera slightly and got a picture of the pond, which you will see when we do that, then you obviously get 15 extra points for that, but also turning the camera extra there gets a photo of the fern brush fireflies, which gets us an additional 15 points. And that really made the reroute a lot easier, and it means that some people can skip taking photos at shop when they only do Stella too later on.
Yes.
We'll see.
And I appreciate you guys for all these reminders as well. So I don't choke.
No problem.
In website picks here, another thing you might have just seen, that what Kay was referring to is at the end of the quest when you actually take the aforementioned website picks. But an important thing here in terms of the routing of the part that you always do is you might have seen as we approached that first campsite that S'mores pulled the reins on the horse, slowed down, and got a text box, then went over to the chair and got another text box. The first text box was actually not part of this quest, but rather it was for Letty, one of our side quest givers, who wants you to visit the campsites in the park, and because we talked to Letty earlier, visiting the campsite triggers her quest and gets us progress. So that was one thing, and then doing that sets you up for a strat called Pinky Item 2, shout out to Noise, one of our top level runners, who figured out that you can ride the horse towards the item at the general store to grab it quickly. So right there, S'mores did the photo strat, and now we're going to be doing Dr. Green's Leaf minigame, which is all sorts of fun. And by that I mean completely random every time you play the game.
It's beautiful, and it kills or saves your run. This will be the pivotal moment for most of our runners today, I will say.
Yeah, if 2 people are on pace with each other going into this minigame, they are not going to be on pace with each other after this minigame, most likely. So it is important, and we're going to see that play out here.
I don't want to comment too much on the Leafs here, just because it is a high concentration moment.
Thank you, thank you.
We'll wait until afterwards.
As a friendly reminder, one of our competitors is colorblind, but he did adjust his monitor, so hopefully he can do better at the Leafs today. I believe in him.
And what you guys might have seen just there, S'mores was trying to match those leaves. So what is the leaf minigame? How does it work? We're going to kind of back explain that while she does something for an artifact here that we've already seen artifacts.
Yes.
Up here is going to be the second campsite for Letty, that's why they're going to go up this hill. But for the leaf minigame, what you will see in all of our runs today, the leaves are set up randomly. They are randomly generated in a pattern such that there is a solution where you can set the leaves on the pedestal in an order where each leaf only has one single difference from one leaf to the next, to the next, to the next, all the way down the line. And the problem is that the game randomly generates more leaves than you need to complete the solution on the 3rd round, and I think the 2nd round.
Yes.
So the problem with that is that sometimes the extra leaves also happen to fit in a valid pattern, intellectually speaking, of one difference from the next to the next to the next. And if you put in the wrong pattern, there's no way to identify the correct one, you just don't win the minigame. It just doesn't complete if you put in the wrong correct answer. And so that is one thing that, is really unavoidable for our runners. They're all very good at minigames, of course. But you can just really get tripped up on leaves because there's nothing you can do if the pattern you see as correct is correct by the rules of the game, but isn't correct in the code. And
let's add an extra factor. There were pop-ups all the time. This game has constant pop-ups all the time, covering like 10% of your screen, and the leaves are right there underneath the pop-up. So you have to memorize what leaves you have placed where, additionally.
Exactly. So it is just so dang complicated, and that's why if you see a runner who is amazing at this game, which everybody playing today definitely is,
take a break, Lucky.
God, that sticker collection was outstanding.
It was incredibly quick, so slick.
I've never done that once. That was
You'd never do that? You never go to the left and like just sort of...
No, I always go to the right of the sign.
No, it's a lot easier, I think, going to the left. I kind of slow down more than S'mores.
Funnels you in, essentially.
Yeah,
it funnels you in, yeah.
Wow. Dude, you're cracked. Anyway, so yes, the pop-ups on the screen, we almost ignore them at this point, but they do get in the way when you're trying to do something like leaves or see where you're going. And that's never going to stop. All of our runners today will be experiencing the same collective hell.
And we are turning in all of our side quests now to get the required packet points to finish the game, to make this into a national park, I believe?
Yeah.
To open the park officially, yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
open the park, yeah. So the last thing we're going to be doing here is going to Renee behind the ranger station. She is the person who tells us to buy the almond butter, but because we already bought it, we can just give it to her. There are a couple other things in the game that we did before they were assigned to us. I know I said earlier that you have to talk to people before you do what they assign you, but that only goes for certain quests. We take a picture of a pink monkey flower during website picks. And we also take a picture of a green anole lizard, before we are asked to by Ranger Annalise. So there are certain things in this game you can do before people tell you to, and there are certain things you have to do after they tell you to, and we already know in our route what is and isn't able to be done ahead of time.
All right.
And now we are approaching the end game of this run. Of course, people can still gain or lose time, but essentially from this point on, we are just teleporting, speaking to people, teleporting, speaking to people, and that is the rest of the gameplay.
Yes. So here we're selecting 5 photos to tell Mr. Roberts that these commemorate our time in the park. And now we're going to be collecting everybody in the park who is required to collect, to have them join us in a big group selfie with Mr. Roberts before we end the game to reflect on our time at Camp Prairie Trails State.
I also want to acknowledge, I think everyone in the chat, or people speaking, are numb to this, but Lucky goes extremely fast in this game. Lucky runs unnaturally fast for a horse. At least, it appears that way when you're first
Especially during these, horse, fence jump boosts as well, which I've been doing as well.
It's incredibly
It's
odd.
scary sometimes, yeah.
A top-level runner in the current routing will try to always get a horse jump boost when returning to the stables before, riding over to whoever in the stables we need to visit, unless our angle points us directly at the door when we teleport in. That is more of a newer tech because we realized it's a bit finicky, but ultimately it saves time because the boost is just so fast. So
I think it's correct. Sorry, that Lucky's on a sugar high. Go on.
Oh yeah, from all the apples. So this is the final stretch of the game. You'll see this at the end of every single run. It is really just a victory lap. There's not much you can mess up here. And you just head up this hill one more time.
That's something
the
to show me.
backpack quest earlier sending us up here was kind of foreshadowing. Other Barbie will be up here for all of our runners to reflect on our time in the park. When the credits show, that will be time.
And on my end, that is a 26:41 with the pause in mind as well. So.
41.
And that was with the pause, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, do you want to... I'm thinking, did you keep the timer running when we paused to change the audio?
I
earlier?
paused timer on my end when I went into that pause
okay,
menu,
good.
so...
Okay. Did
Wait,
you do
yeah.
it with a hotkey, or do you think it lost you any time, or lost you any time? Because I don't want to penalize you for that.
I'm happy to take off maybe 1 second, 2 seconds.
Okay, let's take off 2 seconds. Let's call it a 26:39.
26:39, I'll take that. GG's.
26:39. All right.
Yes,
the
we-
timer on
Incredible
stream
time, by the way.
is intentionally wrong. We had some technical issues. I need to change my live split hotkeys. So,
Yeah.
Ignore me.
And yeah, we got the call on the we got the call on the prediction there as well. We did indeed get a sub 27, just barely, considering my game loves to hitch when I need to interact with things as well. So nah, that's very good. Very happy with that.
That was a very beautiful run, and I think you showed off the Stella ignored route really beautifully. And that's the way the game just should be played, just ignoring Stella.
Real. So what we are going to be doing now is getting set up for our races. So as we mentioned before, this is a tournament, and that means that all of our runs going forward is the word I'm looking for, are going to be races between multiple of our runners. So S'mores was a unique case here, showing off the full game, but our future runs, Mount Douglas, are going to be showing off a shortened format where we don't do the 6-minute tutorial, but it will not be counted against S'mores. We're going to remove 5 minutes and 50 seconds from that time that we had before. So 26:39 minus 5:50 is some amount of time, which we need to, of course, put on our bracket. So if you guys want to hop back to the other voice call, I'm going to show the wonderful audience our bracket again, get it updated, and then we'll get set up for the next race.
Sounds good.
Great.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you again, S'mores.
No problem.
All right, everybody. So let's... Sorry, stream. I was talking the whole time. Thank you guys for chatting. I am still getting used to how this is set up. Let me re-explain that. We have the bracket here. S'mores ran alone for the introduction here, so we removed 5 minutes and 50 from her time to account for the intro not being present in the rest of our runs today. So we're going to have 20:49 logged as the time to beat. If S'mores is one of the fastest 4 winners of these races, S'mores being assumed to be a winner since she was alone, so no competition there, then she will be seeded into the second round in the way that you see demonstrated here. And then the winners of those will move on to our final round, and then we'll have our winner to crown. So keep an eye out for this bracket. I'll be showing it to you guys and updating it as we go throughout the race here. But I'm going to throw it back to our wonderful hold music so we can get set up for the next race.